So in today's video, we're going to be talking about this number right here, conversion rate. We're going to go over what conversion rate is, why it's important, and what you can actually do with this information once you can see the conversion rate in your Google Ads account. So if you're new here, my name is Chris. I cover all things Google Ads and local lead generation. So if you want to see more stuff like this, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. But let's just hop right into the video and start talking about conversion rate. So at a really high level, conversion rate is the number of clicks that turn into, in this case for this particular campaign, a lead or a conversion on your campaign. So a conversion can really be whatever you define as a conversion. For a lot of my clients, it's going to be leads. So that's either somebody that picks up the phone and calls or submits some kind of a form fill on the website. For you, it could be something different, whether that is purchases or signups or they just take an action on the website. Whatever you need to measure as a conversion, the conversion rate is the percentage of people who click on the ad versus the percentage of people who actually convert. And the biggest thing with conversion rate is ultimately we want that number to be as high as possible, because what happens is when we get a higher conversion rate on our Google Ads campaign, the cost per conversion goes down. And in this case with lead generation, the higher that conversion rate is, the more leads we're going to get at a lower cost. So this is why that number is so important. Now, let's say you're not seeing the conversions on this table right here. You just go into columns, you go to modify columns, and then you go through this list, go to conversions, and you can just click the different columns you want. So you can conversions, cost per conversion, conversion rate, and then you add it to the list, and then you can reorganize all your columns here. Just hit apply, and then you should see the column actually show up over here now. And one other thing before I keep going, you can set up the columns right and do all that, but if you don't actually have conversion tracking set up on your campaign right now, then you're just not going to see the conversion rate. You need to make sure when you're building out your campaign that you're taking the time to set up conversion tracking, because without that, you're not going to see the conversion rate. And then on top of that, Google isn't going to be able to essentially optimize itself around what you're looking for. So before you even start delving into what conversion rates are or anything like that, make sure you have conversion tracking set up on your campaign, because without it, your conversion rate's just not going to show up. So make sure you cover that first. So at this point, you know what conversion rate is. It's just the percentage of the people that turn into leads. Why it's important, because obviously, you get a higher conversion rate, you get more leads, lower cost per lead, all that kind of good stuff. But this is how you actually use it as like an actionable piece of data for your Google Ads campaign. So in my case, like if I'm looking at a campaign and I have everything else set up properly, the traffic looks good, the ads are getting clicked on, everything else is checking out, but I have a really low conversion rate. And when I say really low, let's say it's under 10%, or it's in a lot of cases for me personally, like I'm looking at it thinking if my conversion rate is lower than 20%, that means that the pages that I'm sending traffic to are just not converting as well as they could be. And that conversion rate number, you can use it as an indicator to pretty much tell you the thing you need to optimize on your campaign are the pages you're sending traffic to, because you could tweak a million different things on your campaign. Like if the traffic's good, if the ads are good, everything else is checking out, but the conversion rate is too low, that means the issue is not within the account itself, it's on the page you're sending the traffic to. So for me, that conversion rate number is really the biggest indicator that I look at when I'm trying to diagnose, like a lead cost issue or a lead flow issue on an account when everything else is checking out. So it's a really quick high level overview of what conversion tracking is, why it matters, what you can do with that information. And I think it's arguably one of the most important things that you want to focus on with any Google Ads campaign, because like I mentioned before, and I've probably said 3 or 4 times throughout this video, if your conversion rate is not high enough, your cost per lead is going to be too high and your campaign's just not going to be profitable. So you need to take that information, use it to either optimize your campaign, make tweaks, whatever you need to do. But that is the importance of conversion rate and what you can do with it. So if you want to see more stuff like this, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you are somebody who wants to DIY all of this, I do have a long tutorial video on this channel that I'll link to in the description. I'll also probably be coming out with other tutorials going forward. So you can find that down in the description if you want to see that longer tutorial video. Alternatively, if you are somebody who is looking at all of this conversion rate stuff and setting up campaigns and everything like that, and you just don't want to be bothered with it, in the description below, there's also a link over to a free consultation. If you want somebody to actually build, manage, optimize a campaign for you so you don't have to deal with it, you can reach out for a consultation below. I can see if I can help you out. But in the meantime, hope you got a little bit of value out of this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks.